What's up, Internet? Demajen here. Not gonna lie, I actually know a bit about this patch. I know, that's strange because every other video I say, I don't know what's in this one. I actually do know, some of at least, what is in 6.25, but I'm going to take a look at the patch notes. I've literally just pulled them up and made sure that they're working on OBS. I haven't read any further down. What do we have? Playable content, quests, and gold saucer changes. PvP changes. Itemy stuff. They'll probably not even be in the patch notes. System bits, resolved issues, and known issues. I imagine there'll be a shortish list of known issues because there always is, and it will always be the new content. It just makes me feel that they don't have quite enough time to get everything done. Housing stuff, miscellaneous stuff. I wonder if this is because the same team's working on FF16. Anyway, yes, normal bump. Okay, the main thing, the main draw. Oh, my Pinterest thing's still on there. You don't need to see that. The main draw for a lot of people in this patch, myself included, is going to be Somehow Further Hildebrand Adventures, which is a new quest line of Hildebrand-related things. And I love Hildebrand, but I can't do this straight away because I've been so busy with work this term and other bits and pieces to do for YouTube that I just haven't caught up with Hildebrand. So, will I do this today? Potentially. But I have to do all of the Stormblood stuff first. Which is a bit of a shame, and I know I've been talking about it since 6.0 release, essentially. I just haven't had time. Mandeville weapons is what this will be leading into. And obviously, you know. So you've got to get the Imperfect Gentleman quest done. It looks like there's only 2 quests, though, for Somehow Further Hildebrand Adventures. You know, Hildebrand on the moon. Well, no, that's not going to be the... It could be that this is the second quest and it keeps on going. I don't know. Either way, we've got a couple of Mandeville random things. I assume we're going to have... It's doing Vazad Han here. I assume it's going to tie into the moon somehow. So, yes, there will be videos coming on the Hildebrand stuff. And I think this will be the first time I've posted anything Hildebrand on the channel. Because obviously I didn't do the Stormblood stuff for YouTube. Because I haven't done the Stormblood stuff. So that'll be interesting. You'll get to find out how I pronounce all the names. Variant dungeons. Variant and Criterion are the 2 different types of dungeons being added into this. So, I believe Variant Dungeons is the kind of casual content, and Criterion is the one that you actually have to meet criteria for. Is that why it's called? I assume that's why it's called that. We've got a couple of quests for that. The Omicron Tribal quests are here. I knew they were here because I leveled some gatherers for them. I don't know why I leveled to 90. I assume these are here to help you level your gathering, because otherwise, what do you get from them? I don't know, but this quest syncing evolves. So I could use it to level my Fisher, which is not very high level at all. Botanist and Miner I leveled using Eureka. Because it was quick and it was easy and it was really casual stuff that I could do whilst I was watching videos on my second monitor. So, yeah. Seems like there's quite a few quests, though. And I will do them because I am intrigued by the story of the Lopwitz and the cafe at the end of the universe. Because I think that's a really cool premise. So I'm going to do those. What else we got? Yeah, so Tribal Daily Quests at the cafe at the end of the universe. That's what's actually called. I probably knew that, as opposed to just thinking I was clever and making it up. Sildine Subterrain chapters added to New Game Plus, so you can replay the story of that. New furnishing design contest winners. Yay. My apartment is already full. New furnishings. I don't know what's new there. I am really looking forward to, and I've said this multiple times before, the lighting update. so that these places don't look quite so flat. New orchestra roles have been added. That's always good. New triple triad cards in the Mandeville Gold Saucer. I haven't played a game of triple triad since about the first week that they released the Gold Saucer. New NPC opponents have been added. It's not like there's nobody to play. I just haven't done it. A log message will now be displayed when trying to leave the island sanctuary while using the duty finder. Yes, I imagine that causes weird issues. New emotes. Wow. It's full of stars. More Echo in Asphodella Savage. After completing Abyssos the 7th Circle and Abyssos the 7th Circle Savage, 7th Circle Savage, 7th Circle Savage, the appearance of the area will be changed. That's the tree one, isn't it? Why doesn't it? Well, I suppose it needs changing for a reason. The variant dungeon, the Sildine Subterrain, has been added. In this first variant dungeon, players will follow several story threads as they explore various routes in the underground waterways of Sildine with a certain someone. Nanamo will Namo. So this is the kind of branching diagram style dungeon thing where you've got loads of different, well, you've got a few paths to start with and they all branch out. 575 item level requirement. I have that. 4 players, 90 minutes. I believe it doesn't matter what you queue in on. NPC Osmon. Ah, interesting. So there's a new little UI thing. Oh, it's got its own dungeon finder from the main menu. So unlike previous kind of alternate dungeon content like Palace of the Dead, like Heaven on High, where you have to go to an NPC to queue up for this, which I've never quite understood why that's still a restriction. Now you can queue up from anywhere, it would appear. Entering solo on a pre-made party. This is nothing new. Yeah, no role requirements or restrictions for parties. You can change job or class whilst in there. And you get variant actions to alleviate the need for tanks, DPS as healers. Interesting. Okay, so we actually get a little... Okay, so they've taken on board the stuff from Boja, and they've messed around with that, and they've simplified it a bit for this new content. That'll be interesting. Item exchange. Ah, we get tokens and stuff. Right, I shall have a look at that whence. Spot the English teacher. Whence we get there. The Criterion Dungeon, another Sildine Subterrain, has been added. So this is 610 or above. Do I have 610? I am not sure I do. I don't think I've got 610 on my Reaper. I will check when I'm editing this together. So yes, Criterion Dungeons. Ooh. That's a slight change. So you have to have 1 melee and 1 range / magical ranged. Interesting. Unless, you know, you register as a pre-made. You get a bonus damage dealt according to the composition of your party. The bonus system is intended to compensate for the proportional decrease in utility of actions as party size decreases. All party members will be equipped with the action variant raised to, because this is supposed to be hard. While undertaking this duty, players will be subjected to a status effect that prevents resurrection by certain means. Raised effects granted via variant raised 2 are exempt from this restriction. And again, there's tokens. So another Sildine Subterranean. It looks like an underground bunker, doesn't it? Or is it a treasure thing? I don't know. I like the floor pattern. It distracted me. So it's a high difficulty version of the previously... Oh, the Savage version. No item level requirements. 120 minutes available. So we've got a normal version of it. So we've got the variant, which is the casual story based. We've got the Criterion intro tier, which is party based with roles, but it's harder. And then we get the Savage version, which is like super tricksy. No variant actions, resurrection restrictions, respawn restrictions. Can't return to the starting point once incapacitated. Oh, so if party KOs, you have to start again. Sewer Dweller. After a certain amount of time has passed since first engaging enemies in the Criterion Dungeon, all enemies will be granted the Sewer Dweller effect, greatly increasing their damage dealt whilst also reducing their damage taken. So it gets harder over time. Party members who log out of the game while in combat will be returned in an incapacitated state. So no cheesing the system by logging out. PvP. Paladin, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, whatever. Oh, yes, the detective coat. It looks cool while it's static. I won't be wearing it because it'll clip horribly, as that always does. I am hoping that at some point, I don't think this will happen because it's an MMO, but I'm hoping we get cloth physics. It doesn't have to be really complicated and really intensive cloth physics, although you could argue that cloth physics is always somewhat intensive. Because it is. But, you know, some amount of just cloth physics would help so many items. So many items. New recipes, new items will be added. New mine and gather... new gathering points, new items added to gathering points, new fishing holes, new fish. Name of the following fishing hole has been changed. Elegea to Abode of the Ear. Following adjustments have been made to the Wellspring of Regret and Abode of the Ear fishing holes. They've been lowered in level. I suppose that is to do with the Omicron stuff. Probably. I assume this will be a reward from the Omicron stuff. So there's my reason for doing it. It's an odd choice of minion. Poor Cactuar. You obviously it's not made from a real Cactuar, but imagine if it was. Imagine how he would feel. Poor Sabotender. That's a cool umbrella though. System, new achievements and titles, new adventure plate and portrait elements. I don't think I've set these yet. The VNC Dungeon Finder category has been added to the Party Finder window. Added under duty in the main menu. It's got a keybind for it. Wow. A log message will be now be displayed if you've used the world visit or data center travel systems and don't log into your home world for a prolonged period of time. Yes, you need that because certain things are tied to it. New trophies on the PS5 have been added. New music and sound effects have been added. Good. Resolved issues. I am not going to read through all of these because frankly, I don't care. An issue wearing the graphics of Fat Cat Loungewear. That's a thing, apparently. Known issues. Yeah, as I said, they're all to do with the new bits and pieces. They're all teeny tiny little things. An issue in the quest, the imperfect gentleman wearing certain text is incorrect. Don't know. Right, that is almost 14 minutes. That is, in fact, now 14 minutes. Yeah, I knew most of that. I need to go and get cracking on the various bits and pieces of content, but that has been me reading the patch notes. What exciting content I provide you with. Wow.
Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.